Hey everybody, it's Brandon from Awesome Game Blog, sitting here with John. We're about to talk some Pokemon Go. Time of that week. And I know we've all been looking forward to it. I know I have because really, Pokemon life. So what's up, John?
Oh man, I have been waiting for today. I tell you, I tell you. I had, yeah, I can't. I had some stuff stored in Wunderlist, and now Wunderlist won't start on my laptop. So this is going pretty well. We're off to a good start.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, I guess we should probably let everybody know right up front. Hey, just as an FYI, if for whatever reason, uh, uh, the crap just hits the fan today, it might have something to do with Brandon being mobile. So, but it
What
is
could
what
go
it
wrong?
is. What?
Two laptops and a mobile hotspot. What could go wrong?
Right. Exactly. I don't know. I mean, I think you're good.
Yeah.
I think you're
So
good.
yeah, what do you say we kick this thing off with an egg?
Let's do this thing. You ready?
Bop.
Pow. All right.
It's on.
We are underway. The timer has started. So, a couple of things I wanted to run by you. Just kind of some news topics and stuff. I saw today, actually, Niantic posted on their Twitter account that they have a Pokemon Go app for the Apple Watch coming soon.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Nice.
I no longer have an Apple Watch. I did for a while, but I really enjoy buying watches. I don't necessarily enjoy wearing watches nearly as much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I have to say, like, if I still had it, I think I think this might have been one that I would have. This might have been a reason to keep the Apple Watch around.
Yeah, so this is funny that we are talking about this because just yesterday I was catching Pokemon like you do with JR and my son.
Hmm.
And I was saying, I almost feel like I'm going to go buy that Pokemon Go Pro thing and just stick it in
Yeah,
my backpack. Not even to wear it because that's not happening,
right.
but even just to have it in my backpack or my pocket or whatever. Um, I was really considering it. So that actually makes it better. I would totally wear an Apple Watch in Pokemon Go.
Heck yeah! I mean, just getting the vibration and going, oh, okay, something's close. I know I need to go do that. Like that would be
Mm-hmm.
pretty friggin' cool. Um, Speaking of the vibration, one of the last updates that came about in the Pokemon Go app, is it bothering you the fact that it now your phone buzzes when the sightings updates?
I think my phone buzzes like nonstop.
Right?
I feel like
Like
it not only does when it updates the sightings, but just kind of when a Pokemon's about to show up, it buzzes, or like there's
yeah.
just a bunch of times that it buzzes all the
Yeah,
time.
it is getting to the point of just insane. I think I'm hoping that they figure that out as being kind of a quote unquote flaw and fix that because that is
I did
just
read they do have it slated for the next release
oh cool.
to fix I think they called them phantom buzzing or something like that,
Gotcha.
which is
Gotcha.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, it really is. Um, so well, I'm gonna go ahead and this is a yesterday I just so happened to uh, hatch a bell sprout, which kicked me right
Ooh.
over the 100 mark, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and evolve my first, whoops, not transfer. I'm going to go ahead and evolve my first brand new one of the episode.
Hey,
I'm going to go for a Weeping Bell here and
let's see. I do
get
not have this
me.
one. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's a new one for me as well. Bam!
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Victory Bell.
that's rad.
Nice. That thing's pretty cool looking.
That is.
Yeah. Awesome. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any new ones that you're getting this week?
I actually do have some new ones. I'm pretty excited. Last weekend, I went down to the Pike, and I think I mentioned how I was disappointed I didn't get a Lapras or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I did get a Dratini when I was there,
Oh,
which is kind of cool.
yes.
But this week, I actually hatched from an egg another Dratini, which was a wonder,
Uh-huh.
and I have enough to evolve it now. So
Oh,
this will be
sweet.
my first one.
Nice.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I will
So,
tell you, and I know we've talked about this before, like when stuff evolves and what they change into. This is probably one of my favorite ones that you're doing right
mhm.
now. And the reason is because what it goes from to what it goes to are basically identical.
Yeah, it's got longer ears now.
It's got longer ears and it looks like he's wearing a bow tie,
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
he's got fancier. That's what happened with this guy.
Yes, yes. So Dragonair, there he is.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a few. I've got a few new ones this week, which would be pretty cool. I also have so one of the things that for me has been really hard is catching all the starter Pokemon and
Hmm.
having enough to evolve them.
Sure.
And so I finally caught enough Bulbasaur this week to
All
evolve that one.
right.
So I'm
Nice.
gonna get that one. And I also caught enough Squirtle to evolve that one.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah.
There is supposedly a Squirtle nest that's here by us, which I unfortunately just haven't had a chance to go and get to. But
Mm.
bam, there's some Ivysaur action.
Boom, there it is. Ivysaur. There it
Excellent.
is.
Nice
Nice,
one.
nice.
Nice. Well, when we're talking about new ones
Mm-hmm.
and things that we're kind of excited about, um, I have to be honest with you. I've been keeping a little bit of a secret from you this
Oh.
past few days.
Okay, okay, good, good.
Uh, so I want you to just, are you looking at my screen?
I am looking at it.
All right. I may have found a nest, and that nest may look like this.
No, you did it.
Hold on. I'm not done yet.
Oh my god. Wow. Does
Yeah.
that put you over the top?
Uh, yeah. So I currently have 396 candy, and that doesn't include all the ones that I
All
have yet to.
75 of them that you have.
Yeah. So what we're going to do
Oh, so exciting.
first is I'm going to power up this guy right here a couple of times.
Man, this has been a long time coming. Both of us have
Yeah.
been charging down the Magikarp road and
Yeah.
trying to get.
So before I screw this up too bad,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
just go and get the candies that we need to do what I need to do.
Oh man, oh, I'm so jelly right now.
There is a nest and it's about a 12-minute drive away. I've been there 3 days in a row. I will have you know I risked hypothermia to do this. But let me go ahead and transfer 36 of those bad boys. Oh, whoops.
Wow.
Yeah. Where did he go? Oh, I gotta apparently start over. It freaked out when it did that. All right. So I have 415. Let's just go ahead and power it up a couple more times. 411. 407. I'm going to go ahead and call that good. And here we go. So for as minimal as the Dratini to the Dragonair is, this I think is the most extreme from a floppy fish into the Gyarados.
Oh man, that's so exciting.
And that's sick.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I it was freezing ass cold where we were, and I also yesterday I was down to like the last I only needed a few more because I knew I wanted to have enough to really power the thing up and get as much as I possibly could out of it.
Mhm.
So we stayed longer. Like we were freezing. Chris and the kids had already, they'd quit. They were in the car. They're like, screw this. We're out of here. So I'm running around and I'm waiting for this park to respawn. And boom, one showed up on the other side of the park. So I go running to the other side of the park. Right as we get there, some other guy goes, yeah, that Magikarp over there is a ditto. I'm like, oh man.
Oh, that has
So
that has been happening so often to me now. Catching a Magikarp, and I get super excited, and then it turns to a Ditto, and I'm just kind of over Ditto. Like he's not doing anything for me.
yeah,
I need a Magikarp, people. Let's go.
yeah. Well, I'm stoked. There's the Gyarados, and I
That's
did
pretty
not get
awesome.
the perfect. So I got Bite, but I actually ended up getting Dragon Pulse, which is the
Mhm.
second Hydro Pump would have been better. But I'll just have to get that on the next one. But the nice part is what this means is right over here. Oh, look at that.
Wow, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I had walked 147K,
Hmm.
my buddy. So that was a lot of work. So there you go. That was my big surprise. I've been waiting
That's
to
pretty exciting, man.
spring that on you.
So
So
speaking of walking,
yes,
I've been walking quite a bit this week. It was, for those of you who don't know, my birthday this week, and
happy birthday, my friend.
thank you. It was happy birthday to me. I did splurge a bit on this game myself. I bought about $20 worth of Pokemon coins, and with that, I bought about as many incubators as I could
Hmm.
because I had a bunch of eggs sitting around, and I wanted to get all these baby Pokemon
Yes.
that are coming up, right? And I was successful. I got two of the ones so far.
Oh, you got two.
Um,
I know you told me about
I got
one.
I got two. I got the one I told you about was Cleffa, I think.
Hmm.
So I also got Magby.
Nice.
Um, so here he is, or she, I don't know.
I don't either.
But Magby, pretty cute.
That's awesome.
Evolves into Magmar, which also was a good one for me this week. There's a Magmar nest by my house. So I did actually pick up a Magmar, which I hadn't had before, which was pretty rad.
Very cool.
And Cleffa, which is probably not that one. Um, Probably the cutest Pokemon I think ever.
That's pretty good right there.
Pretty
The
good.
only one that I was able to find so far was Igglybuff. There's mine right there.
Nice.
Yeah, and apparently, if you had eggs that you had been holding on to before the Gen 2 release, you were pretty much out of luck because the
Yeah.
only way to get them is from eggs that you got after they were announced.
Yep.
So
So I did. I went yesterday down at Old Town Tustin with JR, and we walked around our big circuit, and I hatched got a couple brand new eggs. So I still have some that are getting ready to hatch.
mhm.
I actually have three 10K eggs right now in various stages, and
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to what I get out of those. So
That is
can't go wrong
fun.
either way.
Well,
Yeah.
as I think I told you this last week, we are planning a trip to Disneyland
Hmm.
um, next week. And so my goal has been to start saving up 10K eggs that I get in hopes of coming to California and hatching a Lapras. That's my goal.
Yeah.
So what I have been doing is I have been storing up my 10K eggs. So, like you, I went ahead and bought some incubators myself. So here's what mine look like right now. So I'm up to
Ooh.
four 10K eggs, and I do have a couple of eggs kind of in the process. All of these eggs are kind of post switch, so post Gen 2. So I'm hoping that maybe a couple of those. Actually, I've got 5K eggs going all in different random spots. So I'll probably hatch a couple of those today, and I'm hoping to pick up another baby or two. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. So Interesting. We're talking about Gen 2 as well. We saw a couple new Pokemon. Obviously, we've got some baby Pokemon kind of hanging out. But I don't know if you've taken a look at the Pokedex,
Mm-hmm.
but there are quite a few more slots that are showing up. It's no
Yeah.
longer just the extra baby slots. There are literally like 100 new slots in my Pokedex.
Whoa. I have not seen that.
Yeah, so I think Magby is the very last one. So all this opened up, and my phone's freezing. But Magby is number 243. Um, so the
That's
so
interesting.
there's so the slots are in here for all the next gen, even though Gen 2 hasn't been released.
Okay, so this actually answers a question that I have had because I have seen people posting this week their Pokedex after they catch one of the babies. And actually, I should have done this right now, but what I've noticed was each time they show it, whatever the baby is, it shows up as that's the last one on the list.
Right.
So some were like 143 or 149 or whatever. Here, let me go. Um, let me go in there right now. Whoops, that's not the right spot. Pokedex. Yeah, so you can see mine is like 174, and that's where my
Mhm.
Igby is. So, and I don't see anything beyond that. So I think based on which one you get,
Yeah.
uh, that's how far you get to see. So yeah, the Magmy
Yeah.
came out of a
So
10K egg, right?
yeah. So 240 is where he's sitting. I don't know if you can see my screen still, but
Yeah.
240 is where Magby's sitting. So the slots are all in there, which means definitely Gen 2 is coming.
It's coming.
Um,
Yeah.
but when we see it, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know when either, but yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up because that was something that was I just wasn't sure what exactly all of that meant. Like because everybody was posting it, it's like there's whatever one they caught was the last one on the list, and I'm like, that can't be right.
Yeah.
So, but now that makes a lot more sense. So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So that's pretty exciting.
It is. I also read something else today about the Gen 2 stuff that I thought was pretty cool. The Pikachu Santa Chew and then the Raichu, Santa,
Whatever.
whatever you want to call
Oh,
them.
Raichu claws.
Raichu claws. The what I learned today was that even after the December 29th, when the Christmas stuff is over, they will actually keep their Santa hats permanently.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we were talking yesterday on our Pokewalk with JR, he was convinced that he's seen pictures of Pikachu in a top hat,
Okay.
and that this happened sometime around October. But he cannot confirm, and nor everyone else thinks he's crazy for even thinking that. But yeah, it may be that there may be new hats and things like that coming. Maybe he saw it on another news site, but that'd be pretty awesome if we can get more costumes for different Pokemon.
Sure. Well, we do know that costumes are coming, but I
Mhm.
don't know that we knew costumes were necessarily coming for the Pokemon. I thought it was just new outfits for the
Mhm.
trainers. So
Yeah,
who knows?
so we'll see. We'll see.
I'm going to hop back for a second. I wanted to talk about the babies a little bit more because one of them that's in there is the Togepi.
Yeah.
And did you know that Togepi can actually evolve into something that isn't already in the Pokedex to begin with, called a
Ah,
Togetic.
I
I don't know
did
how you
not know
pronounce it. But yeah, I saw one. And so somebody was claiming this is probably the rarest of the Pokemon available at the moment because you kind of have to hatch the 5K
that.
egg and then hatch three of them so that you can get enough to evolve it. So that was kind of cool. That was pretty
Yeah,
neat.
that's interesting. Yeah. Huh.
Yesterday, while we were at the park, I there was a wild Arcanine, and it was in 1898. So I typically don't chase after super big Pokemon all that often. Like if it ends up being a jerk, I'll just kind of leave him alone, because there's not. I mean, if he's not a wonder, like, you're gonna just turn him into candy. So you don't necessarily want to throw 10 balls at him to find out that you're gonna turn him into candy. But
Right.
I caught a 1898 Arcanine, and it turned out to be a wonder. So I thought that was
Wow.
a pretty cool.
That's a great catch.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky. I was pretty excited about that.
Yes, I've been catching, you had said last week, I think, that you're catching all the Tauros you can
Yeah.
to keep them for tradesies later.
Yes.
And I did catch quite a few Tauros this week. Not a ton of which were wonders, but I did catch an additional 2 wonders this week that were Tauros. And I trashed the other ones because, you know me, I can't keep anything less than a wonder.
Right. I mean, what's even the point?
Yeah. So.
Hey, so we were
That's
going
cool.
to start keeping track of our milestones and talking about our milestones that we've hit. And I did something really stupid. I don't know if you read our blog. I know you do. I'm talking to the readers here. If you read our blog, I just posted today about IV calculators, individual value calculators for your Pokemon, and one of them does a really cool thing. It's an app that I found, and it deletes your screenshots like after it imports them for you and deletes them, which is great, except for it deleted my screenshot before I had a chance to move the information over. So I did get a milestone this week. I just can't tell you what it is because I have no clue. So
yeah, I don't think I got any new badges or medals or anything this week. I've just been, I did walk quite a bit, but that's about it.
yeah.
My legs feel like I got the milestone.
Yeah, I did hatch a pretty good number of 5K eggs this week, and some 2Ks, and I was very excited when the yesterday yesterday when I was on the walk and I was really end gaming, because I knew I didn't want to have to go back again today to because I've been planning this little Magikarp thing. I've been planning it since Thursday when we first found the nest, that I was going to surprise you with that. And so while we were there, first off, it's fun because I'm walking with it. So it says, "Hey, Magikarp found a candy." Yes, all right, that's one down, one candy down. And then I hatched a 2K egg and actually got a floppy fish, and
Oh man,
and it ended up being like 10 candy for that one. I was like, oh,
wow.
that was solid. So very excited about that. But then it made up for it by giving me a ditto on shortly thereafter. So, but yeah, so I haven't hatched any 10K eggs because I am currently saving them up for next week. So
Right.
Your 10K egg, you only hatched the one, which ended up being the baby, which I would call a pretty successful 10K egg at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I've got the other ones brewing right now, so I'll definitely keep you guys posted on what that turns out to be.
Nice. There was, so one of the other recurring segments that we have on the show, which I'll just go ahead and hop into now, which is the "What did John catch from his desk this week?"
This is my favorite part of the week.
I know. It's mine. It's one of mine.
Yeah.
So this week, actually, I was going to tell you that there was only 2, and I was kind of bummed by that. But a minute and a half before we started the show, I got to bump that up to 3. So this week's editions were an Oddish, a Rhyhorn, and a Staryu.
Wow.
Bringing the
more and more rare.
Bringing the current total up to 45 unique Pokemon caught here at my desk.
That's just ridiculous.
I know. I've not hatched anything like a baby or anything like that yet, but I'm looking forward to adding that to the list next week.
Yeah. So
go ahead. Go.
There was one other thing I was going to bring up. Not really, I guess, really recent news, but I was kind of going through and so whenever I go on a Pokewalk with my son, he doesn't have an actual cell phone. He just has one of our old phones that no longer has cellular. So I walk around with my mobile hotspot, and he connects to that, and that's how he gets his internet. Which is cool.
I do something similar for Blake.
Yeah,
so.
it's cool, but I was trying to figure out if there was a way to like do it without internet or figure out something like that. And I found a couple videos on YouTube that were interesting, and I kind of tested them, and they sort of work. But it's basically a way for you to play Pokemon Go without internet at all.
Really?
And so Pokemon Go relies a lot on Google Maps, obviously, or map data, right?
Sure.
And so there's, I don't know if you've ever played with Google Maps, like if you're in offline mode or anything like that, but there's a way to actually download portions of maps and save them to your phone. It takes up, memory and things like that. But,
sure.
If you ever get in a situation where you're in a weird neighborhood that doesn't have internet, it works. So I saw these people, downloading the maps and then walking around, and I was like, well, it's cool. So I check it out. So I did. I downloaded basically all of Southern California to see if it works, and I turned off I turned it on to airplane mode, and surprisingly, it did let me play. Well, sort of. It let me walk and gain sort of distance. Like no new Pokemon spawned with that going on, so it sort of half worked.
Yeah,
but if you're hatching eggs, you throw that in your pocket and go for it.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
I'll have to. I don't typically run into issues where I'm kind of in spots where I don't have internet, so it's not. It is a bit of a shame, because the way that I actually do it with Blake is I just turn the mobile hotspot on my iPhone, and she just connects that way, which is fine. And it just means that, like, if we're at a park, we basically have to stay relatively close together. So, but we haven't really had a problem with it yet. So it's been okay.
Yeah.
But I saw that on your list and about the offline maps, and I was like, what is this?
So one of the reasons why it's also kind of cool is that because the data is not being pulled over the internet, it actually saves battery. So it takes less battery. You're able to, go for longer, again, if you're just hatching eggs. So
that's cool, though. That's really cool.
Yeah. Kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So a couple of other little housekeeping things. I did mean to mention this at the beginning of the podcast, so hopefully we got some listeners who are making it all the way through to the bitter end. But I have an idea for another blog post that I want to put together. So if you're out there and you're listening and you have run into any Pokestops that are connected to just really weird or different things, obviously there's like park benches and park signs and things like that, and those are, I'm going to call those common, right? Those are boring. If you find something that is pretty entertaining, send me a screenshot, or you can email it to me at john@vegasgeek.com if you want, or you can find me online somewhere. So send it to me. I'm brewing a blog post in my head that I want to put together. So this all comes up.
Sending my favorite blog post, or my favorite Pokestop.
Yeah, there's some good ones that we've been running into, and so now I just started taking screenshots of them, and I figure I'll just kind of put them all together. And I don't know, I'm thinking maybe we can even add that as maybe we'll add it as like a custom post type on the site, and have like a weird Pokestops like this gallery that we can have. So well, we're almost done here, so as we're wrapping up, so why don't let's take a quick look at where we're at. So this was a good day for me. I'm up to 213,000 out of 250,000. That Gyarados is just taking up a lot of that screen.
I feel like, okay, you know how if you get a small Pokemon, like you kind of hold it. Like if actually one of the things with the baby Pokemon is if you put it as your buddy, you'll hold it. So it's kind of cute. But I feel like with the Gyarados, like you should probably like ride it or something.
Right?
Like
seriously.
Like Porygon should kind of be like that, where you just kind of like it's like a
Mhm.
pool floaty, you just kind of jump in it. Yeah, I feel like that should happen.
Like a pool floaty, for sure.
Yeah, that's what it
That'd be
looks like.
great. Yeah. Man, yeah. So I'm at 213,000. You're at 37,000. Oh, that's right. You just leveled up.
I
That was just
just leveled up.
yesterday.
Yep.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. That's great.
Yes, I got that going for me.
And then I don't know how much Stardust I have left. I just kind of spewed it all at. I still have 20K. That's cool. I'm down with that.
Nice, nice. I got about 34 right now.
Awesome. Okay. Real quick. An interesting way of kind of gaining Stardust and on a daily basis, is going and having something that's in a gym and then going and collecting. So if you look at my screen right now, I have 3 things that are in a gym. I had 4. There was a ride-on. So this morning, what I did was on my way to the gym. To the actual gym, like a physical gym, I stopped by 3 Pokemon gyms on the way. One I had to battle, but I took it over and put something into it. And then the other 3 were just they were already blue, and they had open spots. So I literally just had to drive to them, throw something in, and leave. So what I did was I swung by, threw stuff into 4 different gyms, and then collected my daily bonus from the shop. And so it ended up being 2,000 Stardust. And
Wow,
yeah. So
that's strong.
yeah. So I think I've got a new plan for how I'm going to go about racking up some Stardust. So
Are these the same gyms that you earlier this week? You said you had held down the gyms for multiple days.
yes,
Are these the same gyms that those were? Like,
one
have
of
you
them.
found the sweet spot of gyms?
One of them was the same one. Which, by the way, the where I was at with the Magikarp yesterday, while we were there, so we were there probably about 90 minutes or so, give or take.
Mhm.
The gym was probably taken over 20 times in the time. Like every time you'd look, it would just change color. It was pretty amazing.
Okay.
So, but yeah, the ones that I'm talking about that are by us, yeah, it's actually here. You can even see. You can probably even see it. Yeah, this gym right here. This is one of them. We call this one Whiny Mesa because on the sign the T is missing. So instead of Whitney Mesa, we just call it Whiny Mesa.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. So there's a Flareon. That's my Flareon that's in there right now, and that's the gym that I held down for 4 days. But we had bumped it up. It was a level 10, and it was awesome.
Nice.
It was a good one. So there's that one, and then I think I'm in. Yeah, there's my Arcanine in that one. So there you go. Well, cool. Well, this has been a lot of fun. It was. I'm glad you had at least some reaction. It would have been very sad if you were just like, "Oh, that's neat," when I showed you the Gyarados. But so I appreciate the.
Oh, that's super exciting. Hey, didn't you get one other big Pokemon this week? Something that you haven't gotten for a long time?
I don't remember.
It's on the screen right there, I think.
So, oh, my Snorlax.
Yeah, how could you leave that out?
How could I forget this? I was so excited about the Gyarados. So this was absolutely amazing. So Snorlax for me, and I don't even know why, other than he's just freaking adorable. This has kind of been like the holy grail of Pokemon for me. I've been wanting to hatch a Snorlax forever. And I think I told you last week, my wife hatched one on her very first 10K egg. Well, the other night we were sitting on our couch, and over there at Whiny Mesa, my wife says, "Oh my God, there's a Snorlax at Whiny Mesa." And we literally dropped everything. We were in the car probably 30 seconds later, all 4 of us, dashed over to Whiny Mesa, pulled in there, pulled over. He showed up, and all 4 of us were able to catch the Snorlax. I would call that
awesome.
pretty much banner week. It was very exciting. I didn't cry.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, I did not cry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you shed a silent tear.
Yeah.
Nice.
I did punch the air though. Yes.
Give it a little fist bump.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, the egg says we're out of time. The egg timers are done. So we're going to call this one before we get long. But as always, it was great talking with you. If you liked this video, if you found some value out of the things we said, please subscribe. Please like the video. It does help us a lot. We do appreciate it. And
check out our blog. Just check out our blog.
awesomegameblog.com. It's pretty cool. It's not just Pokemon Go.
Nope.
There are other things on there. And yeah.
Cool, man.
You guys soon.
Great chatting with you, bud.
All right.